Hello, my friends. Bogdan is here, and I'm continuing my series on affiliate marketing. And let's talk about the difference between partnership marketing in the essence of it, of the influencer marketer, and also an affiliate marketing. So, what is the difference between what influencers do, what affiliates do, and what's for you? What can be really taken out of here? So first of all, we must say that both affiliates and influence are driving sales. So if someone says to you that the focus of, the focus of the influencer sites or influencers communities in social media is, such things that stand away from sales, this is simply not true. Take an example of Kim Kardashian or some other influencer. They're making sales for advertisers. This is simply the truth. It is also worth noting that in addition to making sales, the influencer marketers will will help you build a better credibility and brand awareness. But this is like extras to your sales. So the reason is that affiliates are more concerned about transactions, and your influencers are more concerned about the audience building. So when we say sales, we mean both. When we say branding and general awareness and credibility, we mostly mean influencers. As I was saying, the reason to this is that influences are all about community. So if a community is stable, you can, and it's responding to what you do, it's really, there's a convergence between your things and what they do, you can expect to build your brand and gain some credibility. It is also true that at one point, in the early days, affiliate sites were also about credibility and brand awareness, but these days are gone. For example, 10 or even more years ago, when there are not so much affiliate sites on the market, people would come and make themselves listed on affiliate sites and say that it's very good for us to be listed like in the top of the ranking list, because every time we do the following transaction, we do the following deal with the next affiliate, everybody already knows us, because we are like get exposure everywhere, and everybody will say it makes the another incremental transaction easier. But now these days are gone, because there are lots of affiliate sites. Nobody really cares about the branding and so on, so on, so on. So, okay, now we know how they work, what they build. What about the channel dependency? See, affiliate sites are mostly organic traffic built, and they depend on SEO, on Google and Bing and so on. The influencers are dependent on their social traffic. These are Instagram, Telegram, and so on, so on. But also they are mostly about one channel. And the principal reason here that organic traffic or Google traffic from Google is mostly about new visitors. If you look at the stats of their sites, new visitors is more than 80%. In the case of affiliate marketers, this is a whole different story. They have their community, and these are returning visitors, returning users that go check their posts on images by day, and this is a whole another idea. So it brings the problem that affiliate sites are really naked, are really uncovered before the shocks of traffic, before the shocks of Google, and the potential loss of traffic whatsoever. Because they actually don't manage to build a community loyal enough to get them through these bad days, bad times. So, despite they both being channel dependent, influence are much more sustainable, because their community may help them go through the bad times when they are bounce or the traffic falls, which is not actually the case with affiliate sites. With all the outcomes of this. All right, the third idea, the compensation. So compensation is also different. With influencers, they will be paid upfront. So before they create content for you, you get to pay them. With affiliate sites, it's just the opposite. So from the early days, they were taking commission in the form of revenue share, which means they'll be paid afterwards, after the performance has been done for advertising. Now things, are kind of changing because affiliate sites will try to make some portion of the money in advance and with a bigger portion in afterwards, but still there's a principal difference here. If you ask why exactly the parts of partnership marketing, which are influencers and affiliates, why so different, monetization mode? The answer is in Roberts, in the type of relations these guys build with the advertisers and the audience. So let's take at the influencer and their Roberts with audience. So influencer builds on collaboration and the connection and about connecting his or her audience with the audience of the advertiser. It actually implies the advertiser has to have an audience in the first place. And the effectiveness of this kind of collaboration really depends to the extent how these two audiences converge, how they fit each other. In the case of affiliate business, so affiliates mostly go reviewing your product. You say, this is a pro, this is con. So we say why it's good, why it's bad, and reasons to buy. And it's mostly not about community building, it's about reasoning and about bringing to upfront the idea of some advantages of some goods. In the case of new traffic, when people just hit and run, they say they will see some words, graphic elements, hit and run. They rarely return. They even rarely make subsequent purchases. Even after they hit and visit websites or buy now button, it doesn't actually mean they buy. The conversion rate is really insignificant. So. But also, it was not the case always. In the early days that I'm referring to, even affiliates were mostly about personal experience. It means that there were such things that now called testimonials. So some affluent buyer will give their personal opinion on the product and say why you need to buy it, and how it can solve your, problem or, pain points. So it was very close to what influencers are now doing. By contrast, affiliates get into the other opposite and say, we want to produce some generic text with little or no meaning at all, which bring little value. And we want to channel traffic from Google. In practice, we want to become an intermediary between Google and the brand. We want to physically stand between, because brand will get hardship ranking before us. We are better just in link building, and we don't want to even try to build an audience. So let's bring some conclusion here. So what actually it means for the market, for you as a practitioner, and for the business, for advertisers and communities. It means that a new advertiser brand, for example in casino business, would go and resort to affiliate marketing in the first place as still a cheap way to win some early clients. They don't require much investments, and it's a cheap way to fool some clients in the first place. Once the audience is built, more or less clientele is accumulated, they would normally revert to influencer marketing instead, where the idea is about convergence of the audience now that the audience is in place, and there's no actually any rev share. So these were my thoughts. If you have questions or ideas or maybe answers to the question that I post, I welcome you to submit comments here. If you need my consultation on what type of marketing for you, how to build your audience, how to drive advertisers, structure deals, and so on, please let me know. Drop me an email. Thank you for watching. Bye.